What is up, everyone? I know I am following Jack, who is my favorite streamer, honestly. But I'm super excited to be the last technical workshop. Um, I'm gonna give it some time because I know, like, for me, I personally get a lot of like ads when I reset. So I just want to make sure that we have some time. Yeah, shout out to everyone who's here. If you have been to my streams before, you probably know that this is a new setup. I am at my childhood home visiting my parents. It's actually my mom and I share a birthday, so we are celebrating together at brunch with her. It's such a fun time. So shout out to everyone who's here. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Okay. Oh, I love everyone here. Y'all are so sweet. No, you're so nice. I know there's definitely some Blahaj gangers. Oh, thank you. No, honestly, y'all. Honestly, my favorite part about like MLH is the hacker community. Everyone is so kind, so sweet. And if you ever need help, like you can just ask a hacker and they're there for you. I know I just started like streaming myself, like on like my own personal account. I'm like experimenting with coding streams. If you want to say hi, it's right down there. But yeah. Yeah, shout out to anyone who's seen my Twitter, which is again this as well. I do very much tweet like a college student because I am. Um, but it's a good time overall. I do love interacting with all the MLH tweets as well. Okay, so I know this is the last challenge. This is a week-long challenge. It's automate something to share daily. If you want to check in to get those guild points, Hackpack /hack with Mara is where you can check in for all of my events. It's a fun time. You can always tweet at ML Hacks and Mara Drinks Milk. I always forget that this is mirrored. So even if I point down, like it's not the same side. But make sure that you check in, you get those guild points, because just like Jack said earlier, today's like the last day, and tomorrow they're going to announce who won, who had the most challenge points, check-in points, all of that, and you want to make sure that you get those points in. Okay, so um it looks like, I don't know, this is going to be a fun time for me because I know personally I started like local hack day share with no light, which was super fun. HTML, CSS, just a fun time getting to know y'all. But now we are going to automate something to share daily. We're going to go ahead and use Python because Python is my #1 language. If you don't know Python or you want to get further in it, I highly recommend MLH's local host 3-part Python series with capital One. It's honestly such a great time. I think Jack has like a YouTube video out. But we're going to be using Python and the Twilio API. I know that a lot of hackathons have Twilio as a sponsor, so I want to be able to help y'all get started if you haven't already, to learn a little bit about what Twilio is and how we can use this. So as for the message that we're sharing, we can come up with that together. It's more about like the vehicle and all of that. Everything that comes after it, it's completely up to interpretation. And if y'all haven't come to my streams before, I hope that you know that my #1 favorite thing to do is to have y'all hop onto the stream to showcase your own work. Uh, so yes, this is, I think, in regards of the Python workshop series. I do think it's great. I do always request it every month, but honestly, it's such a great time. And even if you want to personally host it for your own community, you can sign up to do that as well on the MLH site. So definitely check that out. Okay, so I'm gonna do another plug while it's down here. Check in at Hackpack Hack with Mara. I'm gonna send this into the chat because I know y'all love to have links in the chat. So register, check in, make sure you are on your MLH account. I'm actually going to go ahead and do that myself because I'm gonna do that myself because I feel like I often forget how to not how to. I often forget to check in for these things. It's so easy to forget, so I want to make sure that we're all doing it together, okay? So if I get set up, you're gonna see, ooh, so we're here. Ooh, I'm gonna do a fun background. I forgot to put that on. Let's do something cute. Let's do a nice like blue. I'm vibing with it. There's no special check-in code. You just check in the link, and we'll do it together. So if I go ahead and go to um, do so many things open. Okay, so if I go to hackpack slash hack with Mara, I like to change this up for each hackathon or not each workshop. So even if you've seen this before, you probably haven't seen it for this specific one. So this is the automate to share daily. I'm logged into my account. This is super zoomed in. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And all you have to do is I'm logged in. Okay. I'm just going to register and check in and have it load. And boom, I have points for the guild. Um, this I love this. Yeah, my fun fact, my initials are MLH. So obviously it's just a beautiful time when I got the chance to work with MLH. If y'all have not heard about how to work with MLH, I'm currently a coach, which means that I help out with these kinds of events, lead workshops, and also help out with hackathons and even run some of our own. So if you want to learn more about that, always check out careers.mlh.io. It's a really good time. Highly recommend. And even if like we aren't currently hiring, they'll like save your application as well. And we always look forward to having new people join. Okay, so if you can't already tell from all of the wonderful tabs I have up here, is there's a lot going on. I want to make this kind of as much from scratch as possible. I'm also working today with a little bit of a struggle. I only have my laptop. So we're gonna do this with just one screen, okay? I feel like that should be a challenge within itself. Uh, but yeah, also Emily's just not a pyramid scheme. It is honestly one of my I for real really do love this company. Everyone's so nice. It's such a great time and I get to meet all of y'all. So I'm really excited to be here. Okay. um Okay, so now that we've tagged in, okay, we've gone ahead and gotten those points. I'm hoping that we cut to 45,000 check-ins this week because that means we got Ryan to buy a Blahage. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. That is right. It's a privilege to meet every single one of our 100,000 plus hackers. Like y'all are amazing and so kind. Okay. So to kind of start, we're going to go ahead and start with a replit. Okay, so you can see where I worked on this before. I did delete all of this so that way we could start new. So if you're interested on forking, all you have to do is go to this link right here that I'm sending. It's this right here. Click that, and then where I have the plus button, to the left of that, y'all are gonna have like a little button that says fork. It's my code, so I don't have a fork button, but definitely if you want to join, you can fork. I'm not going to show my environments folder just because that has more personal information, but I also have a sample environment that kind of shows like what you should have in yours. You can just rename it instead of samples -m to just .env. This is corresponding with, it's a week-long challenge, and it says, it's a week-long challenge and it's called automate something to share daily. So essentially the premise of what we're going to do is we're going to set up with Twilio, and we're going to use the Twilio software to be able to text ourselves or our friends something nice every day. And maybe we could, figure out some fun ways to do that. I'm going to go ahead and help everyone set it up, and then we can figure out what do we want to do with it? What kind of message do we want? Do we want to, I don't know, send out the weather? Do you want to send out a nice compliment? What is something that we can do with our friends? Okay. This is a good question. I I'm also now realizing that fork corresponds with, like, a fork in the road, not the utensil. Not sure if I ever thought about that. Okay, so I'm hoping that y'all had a chance to fork this. We probably realistically won't go back to this for a sec, or maybe we will. But what's really important is that we get started with Twilio, okay? So Twilio right here is super easy. It's just got a console right here, and then I'm gonna send that out. Go ahead and take some time to get set up, and then we'll work with the Twilio Python Quick Start to get ready. So what we're gonna essentially do is we're gonna take some time with Twilio to sign up for an account. You will have to verify your phone number, so make sure that you have your handy dandy cell phone with you, so that way you can get any verification text as needed. And then once you verify your phone number, you're gonna be able to go to the console, and there should be a button right in the front that will say that will go ahead and say like get your trial number. Yeah. So, and then once you get your trial number, then we can go ahead and start. I do have all this right here for the Python Quick Start, but the really cool thing is that since we're using Replit, we don't actually have to install these dependencies, so it makes it a little easier for us and also makes it pretty easy for us to share. Okay, um, I I don't encourage don't encourage spamming people, but I also do encourage, Blahosh. So, Discord and Blahosh, my favorite things. It's a good time. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of time to do that, and I'll tell you a little bit about what I know about Twilio. I am not perfect, and I don't have immense knowledge about this, but what I do know is that Twilio is a really cool like software platform that you can get a number off of, and you can use that number to text, call, like do SMS, voice calls, or multimedia messages to other people, which is really sick because what that means is now you're able to connect with people on their cell phones, okay? Because, in the past, like what, 20 years or so? I'm so young. Um, in the past, let's be we're realistic. The past like decade, we've had a lot of a culture shift into carrying these little bricks with us wherever we go, okay? They used to be a lot bigger, you could play Snake on them, but, essentially, you had a phone and you get a text, you get a text, and you tend to answer that a little bit faster than an email. So this is really cool because for companies, especially say, like a hair salon or something like that. You book an appointment, you get a confirmation email. That's really great for your record, but at the end of the day, you don't really I don't know about you, but like sometimes I'm a little lazy with checking my email. I'm a college student. My school emails me like 12 times a day. I literally let let's see how many emails I've gotten so far. This is a Sunday. It's Easter. I don't have school. I've gotten in since noon. Okay, I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 emails. Okay. I do love the University of Virginia. Not gonna lie, these do include local hashtag emails. But the thing is, 12 emails since noon on a Sunday. Okay. So it's a crazy amount, especially when I'm getting appointments and things like that. So I want to make sure that I have these up to date notifications that alert me right away. I don't want to get lost in my email. There's so much spam that happens. So what I'm going to go ahead and do instead, if I was like a hair salon trying to schedule an appointment or something, is I would send an additional text. I don't know about you, but I I also I think I have ooh, this is an ugly number. Um, I have how do I check to see how many unread? I think I have about 12,000 unread emails. I am the kind of person that just like won't read them. or delete them. My school gives me like unlimited amount of space. So yeah, about 12,000. Could you send the page you're on in chat? Yes, I can send the page I'm on in chat. But with Twilio, the really cool thing is you can send these text notifications and it ends up separate, ends up something kind of more personal. You've seen, I don't know about y'all, but if you've seen kind of shifts where people with celebrities or things like that, it would be celebrities and things like that, they would connect with people over social media, but now there's things like community that comes out that you can text people. Okay. Um, Okay, you kind of got a point there, but, um no, you have a point. Okay, if you wanna host it on Twilio, so what we'll be doing is I'm not sure where you saw that, but essentially what we'll be doing is, we're not necessarily gonna follow this to the T. We wanna make sure that we have an account SID and an auth token. We wanna make sure that we have a phone number. Um, Fun fact, when you get a trial account, you will have $10 in credit. It costs $1 to get the phone number, and then I sent a bunch of texts last night, so it cost me like 14 cents. But that's all you should need to do. Okay. So I know there's been a lot of explaining, but Twilio is super cool. Also, I've like been to like the New York office before for like a little company hackathon back when I was a first year in college, and I knew nothing about hacking. I was so confused. I was like, what is a project? What's an API? Please tell me. I'm confused. And I went there, and the Twilio, like, workers there or the Twilio employees, they helped me out. They kind of explained a little bit more about what exactly is Twilio, what can you use it for, and then even had us, beta test their Twilio Quest game, which is a really great way to learn. So funny that you mentioned that. Yeah, I actually beta tested when it was, like, what, a couple I think there was only, like, 2 challenges, and now they have so much more and so much interactivity. So, if you don't know, um, if you don't know, Twilio Quest, it's a really great time to learn more about the Twilio API, and they do sponsor a lot of hackathons, so it's really great to learn their API, and then you can use it for, prize tracks and things like that. That was really cool. I know, I think Yusuf, you've also, like, used Twilio for IoT devices. I love to hear that. Okay, so shout out to everyone who is new and who has used Twilio. It's definitely a great time. So now I know that I'm hoping that y'all have had a chance to go ahead and set up the console. I want y'all to see if you can get it kind of just like this. So I have my trial number. Yeah, I have my trial number. I'm probably gonna delete this account afterwards, not gonna lie. And I have my account SID and I have my auth token. I'm not gonna show it. All you have to do is copy it right there. And what I want y'all to do is once you have that, go ahead and go into your own environment account and copy and paste these values where they should be. So the ID, put that in the first one, your auth token, put that in the second one. And for your test phone number, I'm gonna go ahead and use this just because I don't want to share my phone number to the internet. But you just do it's just a plus. Go ahead and do your country code. So if you live in America or Canada, I believe it's 1. If you live in like China, I think it's like 86. And then have your phone number afterwards. I did this format because that's the 10-digit American phone number. I'm not too well versed with other countries and how they do it. Please do not paste your social security number. Thank you. But just make sure you don't fall for phishing or any kind of other hackers. We want to make sure that we keep all of our personally identifying information as secret as possible. I know it's definitely hard to do in the age of the internet. I know I definitely slip up sometimes, but yeah, wait, hold on. The number, so this right here, it's not the trial number. I'm already showing y'all the trial number, so I don't really care if you see it again. But the the number that I'm putting in test phone number is the number I wanna send it to. So, like, my phone number here. Okay. So essentially what we're doing here is the reason I'm having it be in a .env file, okay? So if you can go ahead and make a copy of .sample_env, but take out the sample dash. Um, .env is a way for you to get environment variables. If you don't know what environment variables are, they're a way for you to kind of keep secret information secret while still being able to access it. So it's really great when, say you're on the internet and you're live streaming or you're sharing off your code. There is a .env file that a lot of online IDEs will have and make sure to hide from project to project. So in this file, you can go ahead and put like API keys, authorization tokens, anything you don't want to be just open on the internet. So for me, that includes my phone number. So what I'm doing is I just put in my phone number, say that's it. And then in the main.py file, I'm going to be elaborating on that a little bit more, but we're going to take code from Twilio to help us out for it. If anyone new is coming, we're essentially just setting up Python and Twilio so we can code together and make sure that we have a fun program where we can automate and schedule text to go with our friends. Okay, I'm loving this whole. I love Canada. I love the United States. I love all these countries. So we're just having a good time overall. I do agree with that. And we can find a way to make a meme in this. So we're all good. Okay. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is now I'm at this main.py file. I've gone ahead and set up my environment variables with my with my SID and my auth token. And so now I feel good. My .env does have stuff. So if you look right here, you see the sample -env. This is essentially if you go ahead and just copy it or copy and paste whatever's in here and put it in your .env. I'm not showing mine on screen because that has my information like my authorization token or my phone number. So this is where you're going to put your authorization token or your phone number. So should anyone find your code online, they won't like have access to your phone number or your authorization token. Okay, so now what we're going to go ahead and do is, so we're on the testing dashboard. I have, ooh, $8, exciting. I'm going to scroll through and I'm going to kind of see, there should be code example. So I want to send an outbound SMS with, I'm going to show out an outbound SMS with Python. So this is really cool right here. I just have a bunch of code and I'm going to use it. You know, we live in the age of technology, and if we're not here, showing off our, our resourcefulness, then what's the point? So we want to make sure that we have our resourcefulness. We're not reinventing the wheel, and we use our resources as they come by. So if I can find code that sends an outbound SMS with Python, and Twilio, then I'm going to use it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm on this webpage. I'm going to copy and paste. And then I'm going to go to main.py. Paste it. I don't know why I won't let you get a UK phone number. If you're good getting a US one, I think that should be fine. I'm very much located in America and know only about American phone numbers. But yeah. Adam, who's also in the UK, says use a US one for Twilio. So trust them. It does not matter where the Twilio one is from. So shout out to hackers helping hackers. We love to see that. Okay, Yusuf brings up a really great point. While we are copying, it's really important that we're still going to walk through this and understand what's going on. Adam is not in the UK. I don't know geography, so I know Adam's not in America, so that's all that matters. Okay, so now we're here and we want to understand what's going on. I'm also going to unindent a bunch of this because it takes up a lot of space. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and also clear that. Make sure we can see this a little bit better. Okay, so what we have right here is I'm gonna go ahead and delete all these comments. We don't really need them. It's a fine time. Okay, so we have is import.os. I believe OS stands for operating system, but essentially this is what we're going to do so that way we can get access to the environment variables that we made on its the environment variables that we made in our .m file. So instead of 2 being this number right here, I don't know what this number is. I think it's just a test number. I'm going to go ahead and make it my test phone number. Okay, so this is going to be able to send it to me. So what we have going on here is we're just setting our account SID to the environment variable and the auth token as well. This is making sure that we have the necessary information to connect this to our own accounts. So then once we have all this information, we want to go ahead and connect it. So we have this import that says from twilio.rest import client. I don't know exactly what REST is, but I'm assuming that it's Twilio's REST API. And there's a class called client there that we will be using to set this up. So we have client is equal to client account SID auth token. It looks like we're just initializing it. Then really, really simple, what we have is this message. So it says message equals client.messages.create, and then a bunch of stuff here. I'm going to go ahead and also work to indent this. So basically what we're doing here is there's a lot of information that is a part of this text. So there's 3 main parts of the message. We want to make sure we have a body. Okay, this is just, the text, what we're texting. Then we want to make sure that we have our from phone number. So I'm going to copy and paste my trial number. I'm going to put that in here. And then I'm going to say 2, which is our environment test number. So this is my phone number that I will be texting. So we want to make sure that this works. I'm going to go ahead and let's see if we can do this live and make sure that nothing goose up, because as y'all probably know, it's a really fun time when you're live coding and things break, but it's okay because even if they do, we can live debug to learn as much as possible. Okay, so as you can probably see here is a bunch of messages that I sent myself to make sure that I knew how to send a message via Twilio. So it was pretty simple. I used a lot of this code, and let me go ahead and try running it. If you don't know how to run it, you just press the play button up at the top. I'm gonna click that. It's going to install a bunch of things, especially if this is your first time running it. This is why I really love this, because then I don't have to install a bunch of things on my laptop. And so what we can go ahead and do here is we wait. Oh, and it looks like I got a message right here. Let's make this a little bit bigger, saying that it's sent from my Twilio trial account. That's going to happen because we're using a trial account. And then it says join Earth's mightiest heroes like Kevin Bacon. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who Kevin Bacon is, but I'm sure he's a good guy. Yeah, and I'm sure that he's a part of Earth's mightiest heroes. Just for curiosity purposes, really quick, let's look up who Kevin Bacon is. I know he's an actor. I think he worked on the Avengers. Let's see What's up? Oh, he was in Footloose? Um, yeah, that's all I really need to know. He was in Footloose, that sounds good. Okay. So sorry. Sorry. I Fun fact, I used to do high school theater. It was such a good time that, I actually, there's something in theater called, like, degrees, degrees of bacon. So it's like, how many degrees of separation do you have from bacon? So, like, if you've talked to him directly, then, like, you've met him, then you are 1 degree away. So when I was in high school, I worked crew on this local play. It was like Romeo and Juliet, where our Romeo was actually an extra on the set of Avengers. And so on the set of Avengers, then he somehow, I don't know if he talked directly to Kevin Bacon, but he like worked with him. So like it's kind of cool. Yeah. 6 degrees is Kevin Bacon. I feel like it's a theater thing, but I don't know. I'm glad we're introducing some memes into this. That's honestly the best part about coding. It's finding a way to make it fun and memey, so we do it together. I look forward to seeing how this goes. And that's where Kevin Bacon is. I no, I think he's from Footloose, but he definitely. I'm assuming the Join Earth's Mightiest Heroes is probably from about this movie. I'm so behind on pop culture. If for some reason it's saying your two number is a valid phone number, make sure that if you have it in the environment that let me show you mine, that it looks like this. So I don't know where you're from, but um, if you're from America, I'm gonna put the country code. My country code is 1. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put an area code. Fun fact, the area code 555 doesn't exist. It doesn't go at anything. At least I think so because they always use it in movies or TV shows. So I'm gonna put 1555. That's my area code. Then I have like a 10-digit number including the area code. So I'm gonna put the next 3, which I'm gonna say is 1, 2, 3, and then the next 4, which is 4, 5, 6, 7. An important thing to notice here is I'm not putting quotes around this, but I do have a plus, and then I have my country code, and then I have my American 10-digit number. I don't know if all countries have 10-digit numbers. So make sure that you have it in that format and it should work. Okay. So did you do key area Twilio? And if for some reason key error, is that? Yeah, okay. So chances are if you're saying key error Twilio account like SID is probably because you want to make sure that you have a .env file, okay? .env file that says export Twilio account SID, okay? So make sure that you export this variable in a .env file. It has to be specifically that. Um, so check that out. Yeah, you can create a new file or just rename this one, and instead of sample-env, you just take out sample dash. Also, I feel incredibly honored to know that I'm doing the final technical live stream. But I don't want to let you. It should let you. One of the things about online IDEs is that, huh? One of the things about online IDEs is that it doesn't transport the .env, so that way you have your own environment file. Okay, but apparently you can't rename, so go ahead and just make a new file. It's all the same, just copy and paste whatever you have. Just again, make sure you don't have any sensitive information outside of your .env. Okay. And that being said, if you want to use like your terminal or like your own thing, you can. I'm just using this because it gives me the opportunity to have it like run. I don't have to have it open constantly. Okay. Make sure that if for some reason your phone number still doesn't work, make sure it's a part of the verified phone numbers. So if you go to right here, you can see like here's how your Twilio trial account works. You can send messages and make calls to verified numbers. Go ahead and click that link. Let me go ahead and actually copy this. Go ahead and check that link and make sure whatever number you're trying to text is verified, just because with a Twilio trial account, it does not let you just text anyone willy-nilly. You do need to get their permission first. Do I get the .env file? No, the really great thing about .env is that unless you like invite someone to edit your code with you, like people that are just viewing your code can't see what's up, which is really great because that means you can keep your information secure and safe. Oh, how do you get it? Okay, so the way you get it is you go ahead and you just see that button right at the top. It's just add file. We're going to click that. And in here, you just do .env. For me, that already exists, so I can't do it. But after you type .env, I'm going to put down not env and just press enter. And all of a sudden, I have a new file. I'm going to go ahead and leave that there because I don't know what's going to happen if I delete it, if I might make me open my .env. And I don't want to. So this is what we're at so far. Okay. So it sounds good. That it looks like we're getting a couple people that the text is working, okay? So you're always at the beginning, you're always gonna get this whole like sent with your Twilio trial account, showing that here. You're always gonna get that because it's your trial account. If you upgrade it, you don't get that, but I don't feel like spending money and you guys probably don't either. So it's gonna say join Earth's mightiest heroes like Kevin Bacon. It's a good time. So we can play around with it. You can put in the B script, you can put in whatever. I could put in even my thoughts on milk. So I could say something like, what could I say? I could put down, I think I'm allergic to milk, but fine with cheese. Yes, that's my thoughts on milk. Mara drinks milk. It's an irony thing. I'm pretty sure I'm lactose intolerant, but I haven't checked. And if you look, I have gotten a new text that says, I think I'm allergic to milk, but fine with cheese. Maybe I could send that to my friends every morning. Who knows? So now I'm pretty sure I'm lactose intolerant. I've not gotten diagnosed or anything, but milk and me just do not connect. Really appreciate this. Thank you. I will be thinking about this. Okay, so now I'm hoping that everyone has had a chance to get here. I know we've been here for a while. We're having a good time. But now that we know how to send a text, another thing that we have to keep in mind is how can we automate this? How can we make this so we're able to have this happen daily, happen every day? This being said, it definitely will be like more of we won't necessarily expect this to run every day because that'll probably make us run out of Twilio credits really, really soon. But we can see how much we can do. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've kind of looked up a couple things to try out. So it looks like there's a few things, and I stumbled upon this one. So I looked up like how to schedule Python functions, super easy because we love to Google things and make sure that we're utilizing our resource. This is a little bit old, it's from 2018, but we're still gonna try it anyways. And it says we're gonna learn how to schedule our tasks. So my favorite thing when I find stuff is I go ahead and just skim it a little bit. So I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of time to put this in. while I kind of read on it, like we'll read it together. So we'll see that essentially we're importing something called schedule. It's a module, a package that has a bunch of code that we can utilize ourselves. This is really similar to the client from Twilio REST or OS, because this means there's code that allows us to access something that doesn't have to do with what we've made ourselves. Give me 1 second. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to read a little bit about this. So we see that we don't have to do pip install, okay? We're using replit, so we're all fine, but we're going to go ahead and import schedule and we're going to import time, okay? So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to see that they're creating a function. So their function is called hello. And then we can go ahead and the function, all it does is just print hello world. We do love seeing that. And it looks like part of it is something that says schedule.every1.minutes do hello. So let's see what exactly that does. So it says that it calls the hello function after every 1 minute. So it looks like we're going to the schedule package and there's some kind of thing that says every, and then you give it a number and you give it some kind of unit of time and you do dot do and then a function. So this is really cool. So that means that every 1 minute is going to go ahead and print hello. Shout out to Jack. Jack is a homie. Okay, this video, all our Twitch videos are available on our account. You can just go ahead and look at our archives and everything is here. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and see like how exactly can we use this? So there's a lot of different ways that we can. So it's not just every 1 minute we can do a certain function. It looks like there's things like we could do seconds, we could do it every hour, not even like, yeah, we could just do it every hour, we could do it every day, and we can even do something daily at a particular time. This sounds perfect because I want to do something at a particular time every day. You know, I want to be able to make it flexible to what we're doing. So now what we have here is I'm going to, do the good old programmer thing where all you do is I'm going to Command C. I'm on a Mac. If you're on a Windows, go ahead and Control C. I'm going to Command C and go back to my code and just put it there, Control V, and then fix it at that point. So what we're going to go ahead and do is, oh, yes, I would love to paste a link in the chat. Okay. Okay, so that data science link that has everything that I'm looking at right here, it has a bunch of different reminders. That being said, if you want to take this into a different direction, there's a lot of different things that you can do to schedule. Okay, so now we're here, we're coming up with some kind of thing here. All I have to do is I want to make sure that I import schedule because otherwise it's like, what's going on? I don't know what this means. Schedule where? So I'm making sure that I'm importing it here. Okay, then now it's no longer red squiggly and knows what's happening. Okay, so I know what I want to do is I want to say schedule every day at 6 do some kind of function. I'm gonna leave this empty because we don't have a function. Number one, ceiling fan. Let's see what's up. Okay, so there's 3 things that are a part of a message if anyone else is having a problem. There's the body, which I think it's kind of hard to have an error on, probably not that. Make sure that your from number is your trial number, okay, because that's the number that you have access to from your Twilio account. And then make sure that Yeah, make sure you change your from number and then make sure your to number is your own personal phone number in the same format that is in the sample.env, or if you want to, yeah, ideally just the same one that is on your sample.env or your env file. If you are doing this locally on your own computer, or you want to test it out to see if this works on you want to test it out to see if this works with just your plain phone number, that I would suggest doing this locally, not using an online IDE, because then people might be able to see it publicly. Also, I would never lose the ability to eat cheese. Cheese is way better than milk, and there's a reason people made cheese. Okay, so now we're here, and I'm trying to see exactly what does this mean. Okay, so I want to kind of read on this a little bit more. So I'm going to kind of check out kind of I'm going to DuckDuckGo, Google, whatever floats your boat, schedule package, Python. So I particularly want to see, like, is this based off of UTC or is this based off of my local time zone? I want to assume UTC, just because that's what it always ends up being. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's saying too much. Oh, actually, I lied. We found the docs here. So we're a little bit into a rabbit hole. So I love a good old rabbit hole because it helps us learn. So we're finding right here, pretty simple. Um, we don't really care about localization, just because we want to make sure it sends at the same time. I just want to make sure that it sends and I know what time it's going to send. So it sounds like if it's depending on localization, it does use UTC. So I'm gonna look up what time is it in UTC. Again, we do love just Googling things. So it looks like it's in, oh wow, it's currently 10:19:30 UTC. That's crazy because for me right now it's just 6:19. So I guess I am 4 hours behind. Uh, yeah, I think that's how you do the math. So we're gonna go ahead and do is now we see schedule every day at 6. We know that it's 22, whatever. So I'm gonna make it 22, let's say like 21. And let's see if it does. Let's create a function right here. So we're gonna say def send SMS, no parameters. And then I'm just gonna paste this here, rearrange this right here. Rearrange this right here and rearrange this. So basically the reason that I'm doing this here is because I want to define the function before I try calling it. And then that means I have to put the whole message bit in its own function, and then I bring the schedule part down. So I'm gonna put down send SMS. Okay, y'all are pretty impressive because by like 10 p.m. I'm exhausted. I stayed up until 2 last night and I thought I was gonna pass out right then and there. That's crazy. Y'all hackers, you earn your name, honestly. Shout out to anyone who's from a different time zone because I don't know how y'all do it. I'll like work on West Coast time on the East Coast, and I'm like, "Ooh, what's going on here?" Sounds like we got some West Coasters. Sounds like we got, um, oh, what's 12 hours away? That's China. China, Australia? I don't know. But oh my god, everyone, what are y'all doing? This is amazing. I'm glad that you're here, like, participating in local hack days. I honestly, I admire the dedication that y'all have because I'm glad that you're finding MLH just as fun and, like, welcoming as I am because honestly, I I do love this time. It's a great time to get to know each other. But I love seeing familiar names too. So thank you to everyone who came. Okay, Ooh, I got it to work somehow. I did a thing. Yes, that's what we want. So, we're gonna try testing this out as much as we can, getting this to work, figuring out a way that allows us to, share it with other people. And kind of, if you want, hop on stream or share your replit so that we can kind of see what's going on and what kind of code you wrote. My heart. This is so sweet. Thank you. If you want to catch more of my content, check me out here. Okay. So, okay, let's see if the schedule thing is working. If it's not, we'll move on to another package. We're gonna treat this just like we are hacking ourselves. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do every. So I'm gonna go back to kind of see what this says. We can say every 10 seconds do job. Okay, so every second, every 10 seconds, do this. So we'll see what is up. And so nervous. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it's gonna end up see if it prints anything. Ideally, I don't want it to be sending so many messages, so I'll probably have to stop it as much as I can. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, so if we look at my phone, we'll do this live. It looks like it's not working, and that's a-okay because we're gonna figure out what we can do to fix this. Maybe it was something that, it was user error. Nice. Okay, sometimes typos really do mess you up. So I said second instead of seconds. So let's see if this does anything. So, let's say print entered function, because I do love a good old print statement, scheduled. Okay, so this is letting me know, like, what is it hitting? Okay, job object is not callable. Okay, not callable. Let's see what is up. Okay, so def job print. So all you're doing is you're doing every some unit of time dot do, and we're gonna do some kind of job here. So, you know, I think I don't need. Shout out to y'all for always catching me on my typos. That is something that I do that is that I definitely need help with. So shout out to y'all. Okay, so it looks like it went through scheduled, but I'm not getting a text here. So I'm wondering if maybe, let's see, I know this was like one of the first results. Let's see if this is still in practice. Do people still use this? It looks like it's still passing its test. We can open up the GitHub right here. We can check out the code. And it looks like, oh wow, this looks like it's pretty recent. Looks like what's up. Oh, yeah, looks like it's getting updated pretty commonly. Okay, so let's see. Someone said that we have to do, run pending. You're right. Love this. Y'all got it together. Okay. So since we have time right here and it's giving me an error, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to import time. Okay. And then that should let us let it kind of sleep, take a rest. So now, if I go ahead and do this, let's see what happens. Is there an error? Is it something that works? I don't know. This is exciting. We'll never know. Okay. So I got one text. I think I'm allergic to milk, but fine with cheese. Let's see if this sends again. What I've learned from scheduling things, it works. Sends every 10 seconds. Okay, we're having a good time. We've got something, got a third text. I'm gonna stop it though, because it does cost money to send text. So let's see We had 873. Let's see if it updates how much we have. No, but that's okay. Okay, so now we're here and we figured out that we've gotten to run on seconds. So if y'all are having the same kind of problem with me, is that you have looped. So Sundar, I know you helped me debug and get mine working. Were you able to get yours working as well? Okay. So now what we can go ahead and do is we have these two things going on right here. What we want to do is we want to change it so it's not like every second. We want to just make it every day at, and then I think you give it a time. So let's look at what this code says. At some kind of time. So I'm just going to give a string. And I know UTC time, it's 22 right now, and I want it to be for, let's say, 29. Okay, let's hope that the time hasn't passed yet. Oh, okay, that's just, again, typo on my part. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and wait a second, let's see, or wait about a minute, and we're gonna see what's gonna end up happening. This honestly feels like we're watching paint dry, but that's okay because sometimes it's exciting. I don't know if you all have noticed, but sometimes paint dries a different color. I'm not gonna lie, I'm always like, huh, what a difference. It's 6:29 and it just sent me a text. Okay. Okay, so we're like one step closer. We figured out how to send this every day. We found out how to send this every day at a specific time. So I'm thinking about things that I want to share. It's like a way we want to automate something to share daily. This is something that we want to send out. So, what is something that's pretty nice to use or to like tell your friends? Because what you can do is, I don't want it to say like I think I'm allergic to milk. I think I want it to say something like, mm, you know what? I think I like where Sunder's going. I like where Sunder's going. Okay, a nice motivational message. But let's make it a little more, a little more spicy, a little bit more work. So what we can end up doing is we can make a list of motivational messages. Let's actually see if there's a message generator API, okay, or quote generator API. So let's see if we can figure out like random famous quotes. Okay. So we see rapidapi.com. I'm going to send this to y'all so you can watch it with me or check it out with me. And this is all a part, if you can see my wonderful internet connection right here, we can see what is up. So, this seems relatively fast. And it looks like, I don't know, it's the first result. That's usually how I like to do it. So I'm gonna open this in a new link and let's see what's up. I never really knew that quote APIs were a thing. So shout out to Yusuf for giving me the idea to look it up. And we can check it out. Are they free? I don't know. We're about to find out. I hope so. So, okay. So it looks like it's pretty popular. Not a lot of latency, or it's kind of late, but service level. Okay. So it's probably going to require us to sign up for a key. So let's see if I can. Let's check to see if like this is like what we want to do. I'm going to use request just because that's what I know most. Okay, it's also very okay to make a manual list, and just so we don't have to sign up for an account right now and reveal a lot of personal information, I'm just going to send this link to y'all if you want to check it out. It looks like something super viable to use, but I think I'll go with Sender and we'll also make a manual list. Again, always love seeing people join me on stream. So what I'm actually gonna end up doing right now is I'm allowing DMs right now. So if you would like to hop onto stream, DM me and we can work it out together. And I'd love to see what your text does. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna come up with like just a random list. So I'm gonna say this messages equals. Okay, so I'm gonna come up with random messages. Milk has calcium. I love this. Does anyone have other puns they would like me to share? It does not have to fit a theme. I think I just want puns for this text. And while I'm waiting for people to send out different puns, I'm also going to do something called import random. So random is a really great library that exists in a lot of different programming languages that does exactly what you might expect it to do. It just says, it just gives you random things. So random numbers, random choices from lists. And so what I'm gonna go ahead and do is it says body right here. I'm gonna go ahead and replace this with random.choice messages. So this right here, if I typed it correctly, will use the random library to just grab a random item from the messages list. Okay, I'm loving this food theme. I love you very much. Yes. Okay. It looks like Leo is suggesting another API that could be used, which is super sick. So make sure to check that out. Are there any other puns we can think of? Kevin Bacon is from the musical Hoof Loose. Thank you. I love this. Kevin Bacon is from musical. I like the continuity, you know? Hoof Loose. Yes. Some bunny loves you. Wait, these are so cute. I love like these love ones. So we do wake me up before you cocoa. Okay. Bahaj Gang Espresso Hour. Wake me up before you cocoa. This is so cute. Okay, so now we essentially have these random things that are going to happen. Instead of, wait, okay, last one. Okay, it's Easter. I can barely or hardly contain the excitement. Happy Easter to whoever celebrates it. I know Costco is closed. I'll take this as a pun. Hit me with your pet shark. So Sakram, killing it in this pun game. Have great time. Okay, so now we have all these fun little like puns. What we can go ahead and do is we can go ahead and instead of scheduling this every day, I'm gonna go ahead and comment this out because this is what we want to do in the long run. But while we're testing it out, it doesn't really work. So I'm gonna go ahead and just schedule every minute just every minute do send SMS. So this is like fast enough that we can see it happen more than once, but also like fast enough that, or slow enough that we can like stop it without having to like pay too many credits. Okay, last one. I do mean it. I do mean it. Okay, so now we're here. Let's see what is up. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna stop this. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and let's see what's up. So I'm gonna try running this and let's make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so let's see if it ends up printing. We wanna make sure that it's every minute. I may have done another typo, so we'll see how it goes. I'm wondering if it like waits for that first minute. which case I'm gonna wait a sec. Or what we can go ahead and do just to make it minutes, y'all keep me grounded. Um, y'all really keep me grounded. So we are going back and something sometimes this is something that I need to do. Oh, it looks like every minute is valid. But if I want to specify, then I need to put a number. So I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna say every like 10 seconds just because every 10 seconds. Oh, I think I just got a text. Oh, guess what my first one is? It's hit me with your pet shark. Okay, so that's my first text. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and run this so it's like every 10 seconds so we can kind of see like the randomness of it all. Okay, so my phone for y'all. Okay, hit me with your pet shark. I think it really just took that long. Okay, next one, I love you very much. And then we'll wait a couple more seconds so that way we can see what's going on. Unfortunately, no, I don't think we can. Oh, it looks like we got that same one again. Let's see if maybe this is something that we need to figure out how to fix. So if we do, we can easily do it. Oh, it looks like it was random. It just did I love you very much twice. Okay, so, so is it possible to trim the send from Twilio? The only way, unfortunately, to do that is by upgrading. It's just something that happens with them, so that way they can make money. They want to incentivize you to upgrade your account. Okay, and so now we're able to send this message to just ourselves, which is really cool. Okay, yeah, I'm not super cool, but it also doesn't allow you to, share it. You want to be able to give this to a bunch of people. So what I recommend is this is probably something you'd want to do in your .env file. I'm not doing it because that requires, again, me to open my .env file. But what you could do is something called like something that's like phone recipients. You can make a list of recipients that are just a bunch of different phone numbers. So you can do like one, da, da, da. You can make sure it says, oh, S environment test phone number, things like that. So for me, I'm just going to make it just this one phone number because it's not like I have other phone numbers to use right now. But if you wanted to get your friends' permission so they can verify your code, so you can send them messages, you can go ahead and add this. Again, this is something I highly recommend you do in .env to make sure that you keep all this personally identifiable information secure and safe, because you do not want to share your phone number to strangers on the internet who can see all your code. So now what we've gone ahead and do, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these prints, like this print statement. We don't really need this. So what we can go ahead and do is a part of send SMS, we can make a very simple for loop. So what we can do is if y'all don't know Python, it's super easy to make a for each loop. So all I'm going to say is for number in recipients, and then go ahead, add that colon, make it like include for loop. Instead of os.environment, I'm going to go ahead and replace it with number. So basically what this for loop up here is saying is for like each thing in this list, we're going to call each thing in that list number. We're going to go ahead and use this down here. Wait, this is such a good reminder. And then what we can also do is if we could connect this with a bunch of different APIs, and I hope that y'all have a chance to explore different APIs before you turn this in for your week-long challenge. But you can find APIs that give you image links. You can, or you can make Twilio send multimedia messages. You can find, you could even call your friends if they're willing and read them out a quote of the day, have them start their morning on a motivational start. Right now, I'm gonna keep a text just because I think that's the easiest thing to do over stream. But you can kind of just have all these random messages. And I want to remind y'all, I wanna remind y'all that what we have right here, this code right here, is what's gonna go ahead and schedule this every day. So we wanna make sure that this part is in UTC time. It's, 6:42 for me right now, but if I wanted to send this in the next minute, I would have to make this 22:43. So it's 4 hours later. I'm behind UTC. So make sure that you have a chance to kind of make this your own. Essentially, I'm just saying a bunch of puns. It makes me happy. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run this before it turns 6:43. We're going to wait some time. I'm going to have my phone open and we'll see what's up. There's a lot of different things that you can do with it. It's really a good time. And it looks like, oh, I got a very appropriate message for today. It is, it's Easter. I can hardly contain the excitement. So honestly, I really do love this. I think I kind of might keep this going. I might keep this going past today. I love seeing all these, like, cute little things. And honestly, if you're thinking of ways to kind of expand this, um, you can make it so you can make your own Flask app to go with this and have people on the internet actually suggest things to put in your messages, which I don't know, I think it would be pretty fun. I love y'all, like, trying this out. Milk has calcium. I wanna shout out the original person who said that. Let me scroll up for this, um, because ooh, shock you literally best puns. If there was a local hack day award for, punniest hacker, it would be you. Shout out to you all the way, so and then honestly, you gotta support your friends, you gotta make sure that they know it's a good time. I know that we have time right now, but if you would like to be a part of the stream to try it out, feel free to DM me. You can find me on Discord at Mara from MLH. Otherwise, otherwise, we can go ahead and let's actually try making a Flask app. I'm going to be candid, I have not prepared this, so we can see if I remember how to make a Flask app. So the way we're gonna go ahead and do this is, um, oof, I have some old code, but it is from a class. So I don't think I'm necessarily allowed to show it on stream. But I'm gonna go ahead and kind of pull it up and use it as some kind of template so that way we can try it out together because honestly, it would be a good time and I think it'd be exactly what we would want it to be. Looks like it's probably something on glitch, but yeah. So what are some ideas that y'all have for making this code using Python and Twilio and kind of making it your own? There's a lot of possibilities, but I'd love to see what y'all say. That being said, if at any point throughout this week you have attempted this challenge to automate something to share daily, it does not have to be with Python. It does not have to be with Twilio. I just want to see how you did this challenge. The really great thing about all of these challenges throughout this whole week, every day, is that it's been a really great time, and you kind of get to see. You get to see everyone's work and everyone's creativity. Okay, so that being said, if you want to join, always feel free to DM me on Discord and I can send you a link to join. Um, this, I mean, maybe don't freak out your friends, but a good like April Fool's prank, wholesome, of course, is a good time. A specific reminder to take meds, this is honestly a great idea because some people, they sometimes forget. It's pretty easy to, especially when you start getting muscle memory. User suggested messages without filtering. I like to trust these hackers. Um, that being said, I will of course make sure that when before I show you all the text that it is something a okay. But make sure that y'all kind of have a chance to, they have a chance to kinda try it out. It also looks like y'all would say a reminder to repeat prescriptions. Honestly, I would take all these ideas that y'all are having, kinda put it in your back pocket, because when you go to a future hackathon, like a Major League Hacking hackathon, then you can, remember that really great idea would be a reminder to troll Ryan Swift. What if you're going about throughout the day and it suddenly hits, like 12:34 UTC, and you're like, "Ah, there's something I forgot." But good thing Jack coded a reminder bot to troll Ryan Swift. So you could either A, directly troll Ryan Swift, or B, remind yourself to do that. So that's all a part about being the big hacker community. Okay, so it looks like we do have someone who is who wants to join. It will take them about a quick second though. But that being said, we can have more than one person join. It's always about a fun time to kind of say hi. So what we can go ahead and do is while we're waiting, I'm gonna kind of see what would it look like if we tried um, what would it look like if we tried making a Flask app to get this to work? So what we could try doing is we could make our own REST API. Um, we can try making our own REST API, which is something that's pretty easy to do in Flask. What I do want to do, it looks like someone broke their code and wants to try hopping on stream so we can work to troubleshoot that. I'm all for that. And just make sure that if you hop on stream, don't share your environment file. Make sure that you do not, okay, as much as possible, be very mindful about where you're clicking and make sure you're not sharing any personally identifiable information. So we're going to kind of go into the hacker portion where we invite y'all to join. So first up, we have our, a classic hacker. Y'all know him. Love him. We have Adam.
Hi. It's a bit
What is
dark for me, but hey, we're here. Hello.
Adam? Just out of curiosity, where are you on the leaderboard right now? Are you
Pretty
at
sure
first?
I'm first. I've got it open somewhere.
We have a famous local hack day hacker with us. So that being said, if I'm sending
1 point.
if I'm sending what?
1 point
You're 1 point
in first.
what? Ooh, you got some competition. I guess we'll have to make sure you're doing a bunch of different challenges so that way you can finish out strong. Okay.
Of course.
But whenever you're ready, if you'd like to share your code.
So, me being me, it's not done the way you would expect, the way for me to share a screen. So, you should see there's a second Adam. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I can get this to work again.
And even if it doesn't work, you can always just walk through your code and kind of let us know what was your thought process? How did you get started? What was your inspiration?
Here we go. So I've shared my screen. So you can see on the left here, I don't know if you can see my mouse. This is my phone, so it's running on my phone. This is my actual phone, which is where you can see me. Hello. So I'm just going to show you. So what I did is I created an iOS shortcut. So you can't see me anymore because unfortunately I went off of the StreamYard on the browser. But, oh my god, I can't remember where I made it now. In here you can see I made this automation for every day when it's the sunset. I don't know. Can you see it? Oh, hold on.
It's not super clear, but if you kind of like
make this a bit bigger. Is that better?
Yeah, if you can make it a little bit bigger, it looks like it's getting better.
There we go.
Okay, looks good.
So I don't think you can't see where I'm tapping, but basically the first bit it does it every day at sunset, and I can change this. So I could have it for sunset, I could have it for sunrise, I can change how far before sunrise, how far after sunrise, and again the same for sunset, or I can set it to be a certain time of day. So I like it at sunset, and I can have it to repeat every day, every week. I can choose which days of the week or every month on whichever day. So I choose daily because the challenge is automate something to share daily. And then there's the option at the bottom to ask before running. I choose don't ask because we want it to run automatically. And then this is what it does. So firstly, you can sort of see that it gets the current weather, and it then checks if the weather. Didn't know I could do that. If the weather condition is sunny, now it hasn't been sunny, so I haven't been able to test that. Then it'll send me a notification saying the sun is setting. Make sure to take some cool photos. And you can see I can set a title, I can play a sound, I can attach the weather conditions and whatnot. And if it's not sunny, which is what it was today, then I say it's sunset right now. What's the weather looking like? And again, I can play a sound. I can output the weather conditions. And I can set a title. And I thought, but clearly I didn't. I thought I'd set it to vibrate my phone afterwards, but clearly that's not there anymore.
Yeah, no, that's really cool, and it's also super smart to make sure that to utilize your different resources. I know, like, Apple shortcuts are pretty great, and I also know like Androids are like way ahead of the curve. So they probably have a way that they can do it as well. So it gives you an opportunity to like utilize what you already have. And it looks like a couple of people have already used shortcuts as
I
well.
can see this message. You can make your phone say thank you. In fact, let me turn my sharing back on. I've just closed this share, which is a bit annoying, but if I bring this back, you can see some of the other ones that I have are when my battery falls below 50% to set low power mode automatically. So that just helps me stay charged. I've got when it's connected to power. I turned this one off because it actually got quite annoying. But you can make your phone say something when you plug it in. So obviously every time I plug my phone in, it would say charging. And the fun thing about this is you can actually change how it sounds, what language, what voice, etc., etc. So a fun prank to play on your friends of this one is set up an automation for something that they're going to do a lot. So for example, I could choose app. When they open, say, I don't know, Instagram, you can then set it to speak. So every time they open Instagram, their phone could say something to them, which is a pretty cool feature. So I remember this is something that I did. This is something I did when we were in school, I think last month. I just started setting random people's phones to say very random things when they opened random apps.
Wait, that's kind of smart. I feel like I need that. Like every time I open up TikTok, my phone tells me to close it. Maybe that'll help me not be on my phone. I think there might even be
an automation to do that. I don't know. Maybe not.
There's a lot of different options, and that's all really great. So
yeah, that's just one of the examples of what I've done.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. Joel does have a point. iPhones are pretty expensive. I feel like they go for like $1,000 nowadays, at least in America. So it's definitely something
it does work with any iPhone. So even like older ones, I believe the shortcut app is available in the App Store. So anyone should be able to get it. And again, it's not just on iPhone, but on iPad, iPod, the full shebang.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you, Adam, for showing off your automation. We love seeing what hackers are submitting to this week-long competition, week-long challenge. So make sure that if you have something to share, whether it's this Twilio Python that we've done together, or something like what Adam did, then make sure that you go ahead and submit it on DevPost and get those points. So everyone say thank you to Adam. We're going to invite Astrid to help troubleshoot. Okay.
We'll see you later.
Bye, okay. Hi, Astrid.
Hi, everyone. I'm doing great. Thank you. By the way, I am Chakra.
Oh, nice. Your puns have been honestly out of this world. I love it.
Thank you. I worked hard on those.
So you were the one who wanted to troubleshoot, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So how can we help you out? We can get everyone to help out in the chat.
Let me see if I can pull up the right screen first. I've got like 100 tabs going on.
I honestly, are you a programmer if you don't have like 30 tabs open at a time? Fun fact for anyone who uses any browser based off of Chromium is you can group tabs together, which has been a lifesaver. Okay, let's see what's up, Astrid.
So I tried running it a couple of times. I got it to work once, and then for some reason it stopped working.
Okay, so let's start with the kind of obvious squiggly bracket. What is for recipient right here? It says for number in recipient. Why? What is recipient there?
So I think I added it in the env file.
Okay, so we want to make sure that we avoid env files, opening those.
Right.
So that being said, we can kind of a way to help that out is for if it's something that's in the env file, we need to make sure that we're accessing it. So whereas before it says os.env, like the environment, we want to make sure that instead of putting any like information that might be otherwise shown, we want to make sure that we have it so it's like secure and we're only accessing through the .env. So if you have something like your phone number or recipients list, you just do os .env, like environment, and then you do the brackets and you have the variable name inside there. And at that point, that's allowing you to access the environment variables.
All right.
So let's try that out. Make sure that you replace any phone numbers or recipients or any like sensitive information otherwise.
Let's see if I can figure it out. I'm honestly not a coder. Like, I can print hello world.
That's coding.
Yes.
It is. It really is.
I'm gonna try to figure this out. Hopefully I can get it to work.
Yeah, no, honestly, like coding's really it's hard to be honest. And like you saw me earlier, I had a typo about every like 5 seconds. The chat had to help me out when I was like, this won't run. What's the error? So it's all good, honestly. It takes time.
Or let me make it simple. Let me just try to get it to run with the number I already have in there rather than resort to a recipient list just yet.
Yeah. And then just make sure that that is in a you're accessing that from the Git environment. So this is something that we can kind of try out. And if you're like having any other problems, because I want to make sure that we're not like I'm not sharing your screen so that way we can make sure that it's, we keep things as secure as possible. But honestly, as long as you make sure that you're using the correct syntax, I can also send, again, my thing in the chat if you're finding that maybe there's some kind of logic that you're having trouble getting, or maybe like there's some typo that honestly you probably missed because like I do that all the time. And a big part of debugging is just making sure you typed everything correctly.
Yeah, it's telling me I have an error in line 9, and that was the s.environ.
What is it? A key error?
Yes.
All right, so whenever you get a key error, this goes for anyone who may have had this issue, make sure that you're using the same exact variable name from .env because you want to make sure those line up. Otherwise, it won't be able to access it. Okay. So Ashford, what I'm going to go ahead and do is while you kind of go ahead and check out my replit to see how it works, see if maybe like there's anything that can help out with that. And then I'll kind of like, I'll remove you from the stream from right now, but whenever you feel ready, just kind of give me like a thumbs up if you want to test it out in front of us and kind of show off your own text on your phone. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. Okay, so I'm with Sunder right now. He is here with audio. Real quick, we do have this question. How do we get onto stream? Go ahead and just DM me on Discord. You can find me on the MLH Discord. Mara from MLH. I should be in the sidebar that you can just click on me and message. Okay, what's up, Sunder? How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing okay, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What time is
That's
it for
good.
you?
It is just gone midnight. So
That's crazy.
it's tomorrow for me.
I mean, Emily's right. Sleep is important. Do you at least get to sleep in tomorrow morning?
I don't have to get up too early tomorrow, so I should be fine. Monday I'll be going to sleep. I'll be going to sleep not too long.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
How has coding been?
It's been quite fun. It's been nice to meet new people and just like hang out and try coding different things, learning about different things. So yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah. Do you have an automation you'd like to share with us today?
I can show you the thing that I've followed along with, the thing that I made following along with what we've done today. Let me select the right one. But make sure it doesn't have my phone number on it, because that would be bad.
That's important.
Can you see it?
I can go ahead and yep.
So yeah, I've got two classes of messages at the minute. I've got motivational messages, and then I've got some funny messages, including the ones that we've got on stream. And at the minute, I've not tested the motivational messages yet, but I can get it to send me like it. I've tested it and it does work. Sending me like a message or so every so many seconds or minute. And so yeah, it does work. I can't exactly show you like my phone, but it does work. And yeah, the first thing that I thought when you said daily was something like this, where you send like a message, like a motivational message in the morning to get to start your day in a happy way. So yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking. I do think also, I think it was in chat someone said about medication. I think that would be useful because it's sometimes I sometimes I forget my head if it won't speak on. So yeah, it makes. Yep, that's a message. Let me check to see if it's on the phone.
And then what was the message that sent? Do you want to share it? I know you can.
Nutella, it makes me happy. That's his message.
I love that. Also, Sax brought up a great point. You can also, if you're interested in other ways to automate sharing daily, you can also make Twitter bots, which are pretty cool.
Ooh, that
Yeah.
sounds cool. So it like tweets and every morning, every like day, it like tweets a random, some sort of message like it's, what could that be? I
Yeah,
guess you
I
could.
think Sax specifically made one that automatically tweets a random number in their Twitter account every 1 hour. So honestly, it's
Wow.
one way to keep your Twitter active. I know sometimes I'll just log off for the whole day, or sometimes I will tweet like 10 times within the span of 15 minutes. It honestly just really depends on the mood. But yeah. Wow, Sandra, this is really cool. I love that you added like a good morning as well as a motivational message. It's always a great time to kind of start out the day with a good it's always good to start out the day with a good reminder that wait, what are motivational messages? Can I see?
uh,
What, like dream a little
I've,
bigger today? Oh, that's so nice.
I've got like this little book of them. I think it's called Power of Positive, and it's got like one for every day of the year. So I just thought, well, I could just take them straight from there. So
Wow. Then, if you want to take a literal page from Sunder's book, you should check out the power. Wait, was it the power of positivity? Do I already forget the
well,
title?
let me see. It's not really a book as such, but it's like it's Power of Positive 365 graphic affirmations desktop pad. That's
That
that's not.
honestly, that's perfect. That's a great way to start your morning. You always remember that, you should, go out of your way to be kind, or you should dream a little bit bigger. It's really nice to kind of start that out. So Adam's right. As long as you have one for every day of the year, it's a really good reminder. Okay,
Yeah.
so cool.
Cool. thank
Thank you, Sunder, for taking the time to kind of hop on the stream and
thank
show off what
you.
you did. Hey, thank you, everyone. Say thanks to Sunder, and then we will see y'all later. Okay, so I want to go ahead and if anyone else would like to hop in, if I have already sent you a link, you're welcome to click that link and join. It will not automatically shoot you up, but it looks like we have another guest. I'll wait until they give me like a. I'm gonna go ahead and add them, and we'll say hi. What is
Hello.
up?
Can you hear
Hi.
me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now. I'm going to show what I've done. It's my first time doing this, sorry.
No, you're all good. Not your first time coding, just your first time on stream, I'm assuming?
First time on stream, correct.
Yeah.
Is it showing my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I like to call this thing, as you see, I didn't change it to every day. I only changed it to 10 seconds. And that's because I'm calling it a love bomb. It's just going to send like rapid fire messages at you. It's going to remind you of things.
So really quick, do you have maybe a phone you would like to kind of share like the messages on? I just want to make sure that there's no like personally identifiable information on, and just kind of clarify that.
I could try
Okay.
to do the information.
So if there's anything, yeah, we just want to make sure that there's no like anything shown on stream that would potentially, we don't want any like personal information on screen.
All right.
So that being said, oh wow, I can see your desktop of Lahajas. That being said, if you also just want to share your output and maybe output your message body, just so we can see how often it happens and what it does, that would be really sick. That way you can kind of show off what you have so far. Right. But yeah. But if you would like to, while you're doing that, if you want to kind of describe what you got your automate something daily to do, that'd be really great.
So I was going to do it daily, and I am going to change it to daily, but for now I'm just going to keep it at the 10 seconds because trying to do a thing where it just rapid fires messages at you for 10 seconds each, like every 10 seconds at a specific time, and then ends at a specific time. I don't exactly know how to do that.
Huh. That is a good question. If you know those specific seconds, I'm trying to think of the most hacky way, honestly. If you know those specific seconds, you could probably just do like 10 schedulers at that specific second, or at those specific 10 seconds, just one right after another.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be able to share it on my phone. It's not exactly working.
No, you're all good. No, that was really cool. Do you have, so like what kind of messages are you sending? Are they like funny? Are they motivational? What do you got going?
Well, some of them are motivational, some of them are funny. I did the lyrics to My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion.
That's always a classic. I remember watching what's the word? Titanic like 20 times when I was younger. It was so great. Oh, it looks like Sender actually has a suggestion on a way that you'd be able to like send that message. So it's set a time, so that way you're only using the scheduler once, and then making a function that loops 10 times. But after the loop, it also sleeps for 1 second each time. So it kind of gives you an opportunity to, kind of pause for a sec, but then do the same thing over and over and over again.
Oh, I'll try that.
Yeah. Shout out to Sunder. I feel like Sunder's been incredibly helpful today when it comes to hacking and suggestions. So I love that. Oh, it looks like Drainboy also had the same idea. But yeah, Sunder brings up a great point. Make sure to check if there's any rate limits that happen with Twilio, and make sure you don't run out of credits if you try that out. But other than that, thanks for coming on stream and kind of showing off what you've been working on and telling us a little bit about your code today.
One of the messages popped up if my screen really is sharing.
Oh, perfect. Wait, this is so wholesome. Hold on, I'm gonna make this full screen so that's way I'll see this. Oh, this is so cute. Wait, Mara's probably lactose intolerant. You're right. But I love the kind of transition between bread to I love you, to a reminder to eat, and then a few more compliments. This is so nice. I love these messages, and they're a really great time. So shout out to you for completing this. How do you, if you were to continue with this, like past today's challenge, what would you do?
Well, I was thinking about the Twitter thing, and I haven't been able to post on Instagram because of, well, I guess the hackathon. I don't exactly want to blame it. But, so I was thinking of a way that I could use that to post daily using the, what's the name of it? What do I say?
Using the what? The bot, the function?
Yeah, the bot, the function. I'm sorry. I got distracted.
You're all good. Honestly, I do that all the time too. But yeah, thank you for hopping on stream and kind of showing it off. I know if y'all haven't seen number one ceiling fan at other Twitch streams, they have been doing an amazing job, and they had the cutest soundboard before. It was so cool, and it was such a great time that if you want to check out that Twitch video, you can probably find it in the link or in the chat links as well. But other than that, thank you for taking the time to hop on, and I hope you enjoyed Local Hack Day.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Bye. All right, so we had a couple lines of code that we wrote ourselves to come up with a new thing. And then we also had a couple hackers show up on stream to kind of show off what they were doing. It's honestly such a great time to kind of say hi to all y'all and get to know what you're up to. I know it's getting kind of dark for me. It's getting kind of late, and I know that we have until, I believe, midnight to submit our challenges. So honestly, a lot of pressure. We have until the end of the day to submit a bunch of challenges. If you haven't already, I'm gonna also go ahead and share my screen so we can all look at the local hack day page together. There's a lot of different things going on, and I know that, tomorrow's the last day. We'll go ahead and share off the points on the leaderboard. But I want you all to remember that though, local hack day share ends today, that we still do have our closing ceremony at noon tomorrow, but also that being a part of MLH does not end right here, okay? We have plenty of events for y'all to attend. If you register for our first party hackathons, all of our majorly hackathons, you can check out the Discord and the announcements for more links on those. But if you register for those, you also get points. If you submit to the dev post, you get points. If you check in at hackpack/hack with Mara, you also get points. There's a lot of great ways to kind of get involved and make sure that, while you are representing your guild, you are also taking the time to get to know more of the hacker community. Everyone, if you haven't been able to tell from streams or Twitch chat or, just the Discord in general, everyone is so supportive and all about having a fun time. If you have not found a guild yet, there are plenty of amazing ones that will be happy to take you. I'm a personal fan of Lahaj Gang. I know they get a lot of ads, a lot of screen time, but it's a really great time. We also have a Discord server if you want to continue the fun outside of local hack day. But there's also other really great Discords like the what is it called? The Developer Student Club, which are developers that work with student developers that are a branch of Google's DSC. We also have ES Techies, which is a part of techies who come together from the Eastern Standard Time Zone. So it's all about being on the East Coast. There's a lot of great times to get involved. So make sure that, while you stay active on local hack day, don't forget to tweet us. Tweet me your favorite things that happened this week. There's a lot of different things to choose from, and I know that I have a never-ending list. If you find that you want to learn more about hackathons, show up to some member events. You can always find them at mlh.io. If you like workshops, if you like these technical streams, you can also check out our local host workshops also on mlh.io. And if you just want to have a good time, then make sure you go to mlh.discord.io so you can join our server and get to interact with everyone all the time. We have a wonderful Discord server that has thousands of people in it. So it's always a fun time to interact. If you have, you also submit this on DevPost. If you go ahead and you go on the local hack day page, you go to challenges, then what we can do is scroll down. I'm just going to Control F, automate. Automate something you share daily. You just go ahead and go to the week-long DevPost. I'm going to go ahead and share this link as well. So, okay. And then for anyone who's a complete newbie but experienced dev and wants to get involved in MLH, join Lahaj Gang. We are a fun time, and it's honestly, in case you can't tell, it's, party in the chat. So if you want to get involved, just kind of join our Discord, stay up to date with what's going on, and you don't need a team to come to any hackathon. All of our hackathons, we have a chance for you to meet other people and get to, make a team with people all over the world that you would have never met before. So I just want to say, I think that's the whole spiel for me tonight. It's been a really great time, and I honestly love Local Hack Day because I love this week long of being able to stream to y'all, talk to y'all, and being a part of this wonderful week. If you want to find me on Twitch, I am Mara Drinks Milk. If you want to find me on Twitter, I am the same as well. And then I guess this is it. I guess local hack day tech streams are now over. Okay, I will see everyone soon. I hope y'all stop by some hackathons, some workshops, and see y'all again next week. Okay, not next week, next local hack day. My bad. Okay, bye.